Everyone is wrong what is happening right now in the crypto market, and I want to guide you through this big picture of crypto. So we see right now here Bitcoin on this big pattern, which is since the creation of Bitcoin, as you see it here. And to be clear, our biggest price target in this bull run, this green line, represent after the halving. You see here always after the halving you saw a pump, and the big price target of this bull run is Bitcoin around 140, 150k, as you see it here. And we could still go as low as 22k on this huge picture, but now we will zoom in step by step. So we are right now still on the weekly, and the biggest resistance is right now here coming from the bull run, which was 2021. You see it here. We tried to break it through in November, end of 2021. We also managed a little bit to break through, however we got rejected and saw this bear market. So this is one of the biggest resistance line which we are facing, which is at around 62k. Now we will zoom in. Wait a second. Before we will zoom in, weekly, on the weekly we have also this ascending broadening wedge, which is a bearish pattern, by the way, and we are still inside of the ascending broadening wedge. And also here at the moment the big price target, the big resist, is at 62, 63k. Now we will zoom in, and by the way, stay here until the end, because I will show you also my trades in a second. So we see right now, if we are zooming in on the daily, we have here a bull flag formed. This is also exactly what I wrote you on Twitter, and the technical price target of this bull flag, if we measure from the top to the downside, and what a surprise, the technical price target of this bull flag, if it works out, would be the big resistance at 62k, which I showed you seconds ago. However, in order to reach 62k, we need to break outside of this bull flag, and now we have again to zoom in order to understand. So we are on the daily. Here you see this ascending broadening wedge, which we saw also on the weekly. But if we go on the 4-hourly, we have here, you see here this yellow is this big ascending broadening wedge, but inside of the ascending broadening wedge, we have again on the 4-hourly another ascending broadening wedge, which we're perfectly respecting the lines. We got here rejected in order to break through, and the big resistance to break through to 62k is here 56k approximately of this ascending broadening wedge. But before breaking to 56k, we can zoom in again, and we see here this is the big resistance which we are facing hour for hour, minute for minute, which is at around 52,500. So in case we are breaking above 52,500 and closing clearly 4-hourly above, then the next big price target, so I have to extend here this line, the next big price target would be here around 56, 57k. If we break 56, 57k, then our bull flag working out, we are reaching 62,500 approximately. However, what it looks right now, as we're getting here the whole time rejected, by the way, the more we are getting here rejected, the more likely we are breaking through, because the more we retest the resistance or support line, the more likely we break through. But right now, as it right now seems, we are breaking down, and the big support line which we will face is here at around 47k, 47,300. In case we are breaking 47,300, then our ascending broadening wedge working out, which is a bearish pattern, and you measure always from the last touch point to the first touch point, which is here. So you measure here from the top to the downside. If we are breaking down here, then our price target would be here at around 34,500. And what is the price again? Around 34,500 is the price target of our big picture. You see this yellow line? This yellow line, you remember, this was our ascending broadening wedge on the big picture. So in case we are breaking this on the 4-hourly ascending broadening wedge to the downside, then our price target here, the support line of the big ascending broadening wedge at 33k. In case we are breaking this 33k, then obviously we are seeing here a price target of 22,900. I mean, we could, I don't want to draw the devil on the wall, but you measure here again from the first touch point to from the last touch point to the first touch point. Technically speaking, the price target would be here, even in case we are breaking down, would be even at 16k. I don't think that we are going as low as this, but I just want to show you all possibilities here. So what I personally expecting here, that yes, we could go here down to 47,500, and 47,500 is not only from our ascending broadening wedge, so around 48k is not only the support line from our ascending broadening wedge for on the 4 hourly, but and now it will be very surprising for you, but it's also the biggest support line, which was since 2019, a 5-year support and resist line. See here, it was I have to change from logarithmic, wait a minute. It was here a support line, a resistance line. Here it was a support line. Here it was a support line. And here it was a resistance line. We finally broke above and we could retest it. What is the price? It is around 48k. This is the big support line also. So I don't think that we will break under 48k in the immediate short term. In later this year, I expecting before after in May, approximately after the halving, because historically we saw always a dump after the halving shortly before the halving. So expecting after the halving. So what I personally expecting right now is, and we have again to zoom in, what I personally expecting is, in this ascending broadening wedge, we could retest 47,500, which is a big support line, not only of the ascending broadening wedge, as I showed you, then bounce back here to our price target at approximately 58k, 57k, and possibly even see here Bitcoin 62k. But 62k is personally my last big price target. Then I expecting Bitcoin to drop down here to our price target of this big ascending broadening wedge, at least to 35k approximately, because here's all the liquidity, and market makers tend to catch all the liquidity because there's not much liquidity left. The big liquidity is at 35k and obviously here at 22k. 35k I am expecting for sure. 22k is also possible, but nobody knows. So for now, I remaining here in my long position. I still here in my FXS long position with $20,000 in a loss. I am here also with long position is $6,700 in profit, and also I am here in my Flux long position, which is 16,500 also in profit. And I expecting still further to go up. What do you think about it? But if we are breaking 47,500, then obviously expecting a dump to 35k, brothers. If you want, you can get up to $30,000 on Bybit. You can long or short with this bonus. Link is down below, brothers. Thank you everyone for watching. I kiss you and see you later. Mwah.